This is Indy Nation News, covering the stuff that matters, usually. Sports, vending machines, the arts, and other stuff too. From Indy Nation World News Headquarters, right across the hall from the wood shop, Indy Nation News starts now.
Good morning, Indy Nation. I'm Aaron Pepling, and this is Indy Nation News. Here's what you need to know as you start your day. Come join the Independence Vocal Program's kickoff concert, Ignite, showcasing the numerous talented singers right here at Indy. Special guest Ryan Sill from The Voice will be featured, so consider coming to this fantastic event on June 5th at 7 p.m. in the auditorium. The library is hosting a summer reading/learning choice board challenge. Visit the library Schoology page or stop by the library to pick up your choice board. Each activity completed earns you a raffle ticket for prizes from Crumble Cookie, California Tortilla, Starbucks, Amazon, and more.
Here's the latest from the INN Sports Desk.
To sports now, in part 2 of our INN Sports Special, Tough Kicks 2024 Indy Boys Soccer. Yesterday, we introduced you to the team. Today, we go deeper into the season.
With plenty of training, the boys are ready to close out their preseason. First up, the boys took on Heritage High School, bringing in a nail-biter 2-1 win. Only scoring the winning goal in the final minute, the goal scorer Ben Yasudis had something to say about their win tonight.
They couldn't do it without me, I guess. I'm clutch. It bounced off David, but if I didn't shoot it, it wouldn't have been a goal. So,
deflection to deflection.
Hey, they got haters.
Despite the win, the boys aren't at max performance just yet. Looking forward to Brentsville, a decisive victory would be beneficial to the team's confidence, while a close win similar to Heritage would show a step in the wrong direction. Overall, the boys need to finish strong this preseason to propel them forward towards the playoffs. In a dominating win over Brentsville, the boys moved to 4-1 on the season. It seems that all the hard work has finally paid off in a wonderful display of skill, chemistry, and teamwork. Not only does the win close out their preseason, it also gives the boys plenty of momentum moving into the next 2 district games of the season, Potomac Falls and Light Ridge. District play is far different than the games the boys have been facing all season. For one, the teams are much tougher than the teams they've been playing. Teams like Riverside and Briar Woods will be major tests for the boys as they move deeper into the regular season. And they're likely to win either the number 1 or 2 seed in the playoffs. Teams like Light Ridge and Potomac Falls have historically been easier opponents, but still strong enough to where the boys will be forced to play some of their best games of the season. The other important thing about district play is that the wins and losses here count much more than in the preseason and determine seeding in the playoffs. A win could propel a team to the number 1 rank, but a loss could potentially drop the team to irrelevancy. With that all said and done, the boys lace up to play their first district game against Potomac Falls. After going down by a goal early, the boys managed to score 3 unanswered goals against Potomac Falls, making the score 3-1 and advancing to the boys to 5-1 overall on the season. Surely keeping a clean sheet, soccer lingo for 0 goals, would have been preferable against Potomac Falls, but finally having a district win under their belt is a good feeling. The opening part of the season isn't quite over yet, as the boys welcome Light Ridge High School to their home turf to play their second district matchup of the season. Once again, the stakes are high to stay in the win column, considering these matches are at least the least difficult of the season. With a final score of 3-1, the boys managed to rack up their second district win of the season. While a win is a win, the victory was hard fought. Light Ridge put up more of a fight than the boys intended, but regardless of how the game was played, the result was a win. However, things will only get tougher from here. Historically, Stonebridge and Riverside have been the toughest opponents in the district, Riverside being district champions last year, and Stonebridge getting 3rd place behind Indy. If anything is for certain, these teams will be the toughest opponents all year. The boys will need to train harder than they ever have before to come out unscathed this season. Remember, 2 wins could send the boys to the top of the ladder, but a loss could see them out of contention for the rest of the season. Finding a win would be a monumental result for Independence and could be a good omen for the season to come. Despite all the preparation, you never know what you're going to get until you step onto the soccer field, and the boys will have to pull out all the stops to get these 2 wins. in a 3-2 victory over Stonebridge. The boys moved to 3-0 in district play and 7-1 overall. The game was sloppy, with both goals allowed coming from own goals from the Independence team. Regardless of the defensive side, this victory marks 4 consecutive games where the offense has scored 3 or more goals. This win keeps Independence at the top of the district ladder, right next to rival Riverside. There's definitely still room for improvement, but beating historical powerhouse Stonebridge is a step in the right direction. However, Riverside is just as good, if not better, than they were last year. The boys will have to give it their all to get out of this game unscathed. A win will catapult the boys' team to the top of the ladder with no contention, but a loss could spell disaster. After going down early in the first half, the boys' soccer team tied the game up late in the second half, sending the game into overtime, leading to a 1-1 tie. There was plenty of opportunities to score on the offensive side, but they struggled to put some away due to Riverside's strong defense and stellar goalkeeping. The defense deserves credit for playing lights out the entire second half of the game. Masterclass games from the back line and goalkeeper Chase Fulton kept Indy in the game the whole time. While a tie's not the ideal scenario, it leaves Indy and Riverside neck and neck in the ladder. Ever since losing to Woodgrove early in the season, the boys have drastically improved. They've developed a stunning offense and lockdown defense and kept their district season undefeated. However, the worst is yet to come. The final stretch of the season consists of Indy's top competitors, all vying for the number 1 spot in the district. The boys are already anticipating the rematch against Riverside, where a win could cement them as the number 1 seed. There's no room for error in the back half of the season, and the boys will have to step up and meet the challenge head on if there's any hope of escaping this gauntlet undefeated.
That's all the time we have for this edition of Indy Nation News. Have a great day, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow.